Good evening, everyone. Thousands out of work and uncertainty going forward for Tennesseans collecting unemployment.
Rory, some of our friends and neighbors may face even more payment delays. News Channel 5's Levi Ismail has been tracking the unemployment struggles for months here in the volunteer state.
That's right. And tonight he tells us how some say this will unfairly test families closing in on their third week without a federal payment.
We're at a point now where many of the people that we talked to before have now exhausted their unemployment money. They say they want the federal government to understand for whatever decision they make next, they need to know that we're dealing with lives, not numbers.
Detrimental for everyone, and they're playing with people's lives.
She's worked here and there between states these past 2 years. When jobs dried up, Deb Guy wasn't promised much from Tennessee unemployment.
My last week was $24. It was, I don't know, it's disheartening.
But it wasn't long ago where she could at least count on an extra $600 thanks to the CARES Act. Having both her state and federal benefits run out, Deb is left with practically nothing.
It's hard to say no to wherever it's going to come from, but I think that they're seriously lowballing and hurting people desperately.
Deb is referring to President Trump's executive order that promises $400 each week, as long as states front $100 of that payment.
Here in Tennessee, of course, we have a sizable rainy day fund, and in all honesty, it is flooding outside.
State Representative John Ray CLEMMONS says, unlike many other states, Tennessee is in a position to actually contribute. That said, no state has confirmed they would chip in yet.
I would hope that our state would do the responsible thing.
White House officials have taken notice of the budget issues, so they've made the contribution optional, realistically leaving people with $300 a week.
The families that we serve, unemployment keeps them alive.
Lisa McGrady is now up to 1,200 families seeking rent help in the metro. This time last year, we were at 114. She knows any change is a delay to unemployment money and will force the state to adjust. So she has this to say to those at the top.
Keep the lives of the many people of which you represent in your head and your heart as you're making these decisions.
Levi Ismail, News Channel 5.
Levi, thank you for that perspective. Now, the head of the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development has said changing from that federal $600 boost to the new plan is just going to take time for their system to adjust. He says right now they are reviewing guidance from the White House.